Your bedroom is probably glowing right now. Even with the lamp off, there is a blue light on your charger, a green light on your air conditioner, or the street lights leaking through your curtains. You have never experienced true, absolute darkness. But for 99% of human history, night was a terrifying, pitch black wall. Once the sun went down, you literally could not see your own hand. So, what did our ancestors actually do in that darkness for 10 hours? The answer explains exactly why you are staring at your ceiling at 3 in the morning right now. If you have ever struggled to sleep through the night, you are just experiencing a biological echo of a survival system that kept us alive for thousands of years. It all starts with a weird mystery at 3 in the morning. Let us look at how humans sleep when we do not have modern houses. Deep in the African bush of Tanzania, the Hadza tribe still lives as hunter-gatherers, sleeping outside under the stars. A researcher named David Sampson wanted to see what ancient sleep actually looked like. He put special tracking bands on the wrists of the tribe members. He expected to find everyone sleeping for a solid 8 hours straight, just like we do. What he found instead was shocking. Over hundreds of nights of tracking, the entire camp was almost never asleep at the exact same time. Out of a group of 30 people, there was always someone awake, walking around, checking the fire, or looking out into the dark. In fact, if you added up all the hours, the entire camp slept at the same time for only 18 minutes. The tribe was acting like one big animal, with someone always keeping an eye open to make sure nothing was creeping up on them. This is not just a tribal thing in Africa. It was our story too, and not even that long ago. A historian named Roger Eckerch spent 16 years reading old diaries, court records, and books from before the industrial era. He found a massive secret that we completely forgot. Before light bulbs and factories, humans did not sleep in one long block. They slept in 2 separate chunks every single night. They called them first sleep and second sleep. People went to bed early, around 9 p.m., slept for about 4 hours, and then woke up naturally around midnight. People did not struggle to fall back asleep during this middle-of-the-night break. It was just a normal, peaceful part of their schedule. They got up, talked, smoked, did light chores, visited neighbors, or just sat and thought. After an hour or 2 of quiet wakefulness, they went back to bed for their second sleep until sunrise. It was the way humanity slept for centuries. In the 1990s, scientists decided to test this in a laboratory. A researcher named Thomas Ware put volunteers in an environment with no artificial light, leaving them in the dark for 14 hours every single day to simulate natural winter nights. At first, the volunteers just slept for 10 or 11 hours to catch up on their modern sleep debt. But after a few weeks, their biology shifted. They started waking up in the middle of the night for a couple of hours, completely calm and relaxed. During this break, their brains flooded with prolactin. This is the same hormone that makes you feel peaceful and satisfied, the same chemical released during deep relaxation or meditation. Instead of suffering from insomnia, they were simply sitting in a state of quiet, peaceful alertness. Their bodies had reverted to the natural, ancient rhythm of sleep. So why does modern society spend millions of dollars trying to cure something that was once considered completely normal? To understand why our bodies are built this way, we have to go back 500,000 years to the African savanna. In the ancient wilderness, when the sun set, the world became extremely dangerous. Humans are slow. We have poor night vision, and we have no claws or sharp teeth. The dark belonged to giant predators like cave lions and hyenas. Your only protection was a small campfire. Inside that circle of orange light, you were safe. Outside that circle, you were food. If every single person in the camp fell into a deep 8-hour sleep at the same time, the tribe would be completely helpless. Someone had to watch the fire, to make sure it did not die out, and someone had to listen for the sound of dry grass snapping under a predator's paws. This means if you wake up at 3 in the morning with your heart racing, you are just doing your job. Your brain is doing exactly what it was designed to do, scanning the quiet room for dangers that are no longer there. You are the night sentinel. Some researchers believe that in a dangerous ancient environment, individuals who woke up easily at night had a massive survival advantage. Your ancestors survived because their brains were slightly anxious and restless in the dark. They traded a peaceful, unbroken night of sleep for the safety of the tribe. And that ancient programming is still running inside your head today. Some anthropologists even suggest this quiet wakefulness is where we became human. Around those campfires, sharing stories and jokes in the dark, our ancestors guarded the birthplace of human culture. But how did this beautiful ancient system get broken? We can blame the city lights and the factory bell. In 1667, the King of France put up the first street lamps in Paris to stop crime. London followed, and soon light bulbs conquered the night. But the real blow to our natural sleep was the factory bell of the Industrial Revolution. Imagine a worker in 1800s London. He is exhausted, but at 5 in the morning, a screeching factory bell forces him out of bed. The machines did not care that his body wanted a second sleep. Factory owners needed every worker at their stations at the exact same time for 12-hour shifts. We were forced to compress our sleep into one single unbroken block. The night became nothing more than a quick charging station for the next workday. We turned sleep into a rigid, artificial habit, and we have been struggling with it ever since. Today, we still live in that industrial cage. We measure our sleep in percentages, tracking it with smartwatches, and worrying if we wake up for even a minute. We have turned a natural biological rhythm into a disorder just because it does not fit the 9-to-5 schedule. We are forcing our ancient bodies to behave like modern machines. Now, your bedroom is quiet. The walls are solid wood and concrete, and there are no lions waiting in the hallway. The only sound is the gentle hum of your fan or a car on the street outside. You are perfectly safe. You do not need sleeping pills to fix a broken machine. You are a sentinel who has lost his tribe, cut off from your own nature by a modern world that expects you to sleep like a stone. The next time you wake up at 3 in the morning, do not panic. Do not look at your phone, which tricks your brain into thinking the sun is rising. Just lie there, breathe, and enjoy the quiet hour. We should stop asking why we wake up at 3 in the morning. The real question is why we ever expected ourselves not to.